and be made as a prey. That's you not being stagnant. The rest of you people, y'all become stagnant, still water.
Right. Thou shalt be perfect with the Lord thy God. For these nations which thou shalt possess, hearken unto observer of times, and unto diviners. But as for thee, the Lord thy God hath not suffered thee so to do.
Right, he never told you Israelites to go off and be a worshiper of devils. But you took that upon yourselves. Y'all said that we will make a covenant with death. Get that one in Deuteronomy, was it 32? Where it says that Jeshurun was made fat. Y'all took it upon yourselves to be a part, to be as the heathen. And we're going to get that in Jeremiah 10 after he gets this scripture.
Deuteronomy 32 and 15. But Jeshurun waxed fat and kicked.
Right, y'all grown proud, and you kick Yahweh in the shin, and you turn your back and ran away like a rebellious child. And I've seen that with kids. They'll kick their parents and take off running. They got proud, and then that parent don't do a damn thing. If my daughter does that, I will beat the shit out of her. I will spank the shit out of my daughter if she did that. And I don't care if any of you people agree or disagree with it. Oh, that's my daughter, and I'm a discipline. The Yahweh Shai disciplines the nation of Israel, but you know what? It got to the point. It says, "How long more shall I you know, basically, yeah, like you're no longer going to be put in subjection. It don't work no more."
But Jeshurun waxed fat and kicked. Thou art waxen fat. Thou art grown thick. Thou art covered with fatness. Then he forsook the Most High, which made him, and lightly esteemed the rock of his salvation. They provoked him to jealousy with strange gods. With abominations provoked they him to anger.
That's why the Most High and Yahweh Shai, they're coming back to wreak havoc on this place. And on 2/3 of you Negro Latinos, man.
They sacrificed unto devils, not to the Most High.
You sacrifice like the Most High, and Amos said, I hate your feast days and your solemn assemblies. The Most High don't take joy in your observance of Christmas or your observance of Easter. He hates it, man.
They sacrificed unto devils, not to the Most High, to gods whom they knew not, to new gods that came newly up.
Right, y'all don't even know that holiday is basically your gift. Well, going back to that history about the Druids and the Celtics, all that was to drive off evil spirits because they were afraid of them. Right? The Most High said that Yahweh Shai said he didn't give us a spirit of fear. All right? He told us that we're going to be bold against all things that were contrary to our that rose up against Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right? Whether it be how does it say in Corinthians? We shall not be departed from our Lord. Yeah, through all things, like whether it be angel of this world to come, you know. Or going back to what I was saying about the Jews and Celtics. They're basically the whole reason they came up with wearing the masks, these costumes, is because on this day, on this month, that day, October 31st to November 1st, was a highly spiritual wicked day. That there was a thin layer between heaven or earth and the spiritual realm, with the left-hand side of the spiritual realm, that demons would come and wreak havoc on the people, haunt them. And also they'll come as animals, like black cats and what have you. So they would dress up as monsters themselves or animals to confuse the spirits, to make them go away and to leave them alone. All right? And then, but everything has an origin. It all has a meaning behind it, like trick or treat, the pumpkin. The pumpkin was the one to be put on the front of where they abode at, their dwelling, to the spirit will see and they'll run away. And so there's different origins. The Most High told us never to be afraid of those things. All right? But to trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and that's it. And everything will go well.
I'll start again at verse 17. Deuteronomy 32:17. They sacrificed unto devils, not to the Most High, to gods whom they knew not, to new gods that came newly up, whom your fathers feared not. Of the rock that begat thee, thou art unmindful.
Right, now y'all don't fear these holidays. But if you were to get into the whole origin of it, best believe y'all people will start being like, you know what, man? Eventually it'll start weighing on you. All right? Because now, I know a certain individual now is working on another individual. They're not eating pork. So it's all in the Lord's time. If that seed is planted in you, sometimes it don't grow immediately. It takes its time. It takes its course. Okay, so eventually you people will start seeing these things. But because you start seeing it doesn't mean that you're going to be delivered. But that's the beginning. There's some form of hope. But you have to keep. You can't be steady. You got to keep going. You got to keep letting that water flow. You see. Like a river, what does a river conduct of? It conducts of like animals, fish, right? It has beavers. They come and they build their little dams, but then you got something else that comes and knocks it down because those dams can make the water stagnant. So you got other elements of the earth that has to do with that river that knock down that blockage. See what I'm saying? So there's a constant work. There's a constant working, but it doesn't mean it's gonna happen immediately. It's not about having to let it. It's about just, you gotta leave it in the Lord's hands to make a way. All right?
It says, of the rock that begat thee, thou art unmindful, and hast forgotten the Most High that formed thee. And when the Lord saw it, he abhorred them because of the provoking of his sons and of his daughters. And he said, I will hide my face from them. I will see what their end shall be. For they are a very forward generation, children in whom is no faith. They have
children in whom there is no faith.
They have moved me to jealousy with that which is not the Most High. They have provoked me to anger with their vanities, and I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people. I will provoke them to anger with the foolish nation. For a fire is kindled in mine anger, and shall burn unto the lowest hell, and shall consume the earth with her increase, and set on fire the foundations of the mountains.
That's how great the Most High's anger is, man, against you Negro Latinos and Native American Indians. That's how great a fire he has in him. He's very angry. He's pissed because of the rebellion. All right?
I will heap mischiefs upon them. I will spin mine arrows upon them. They shall be burnt with hunger and devoured with burning heat, and with bitter destruction. I will also send the teeth of beasts upon them, with the poison of serpents of the dust.
That's why you wonder why all these certain calamities are going on in the world, man. People being devoured by animals, people are being tormented by demons. You know what I'm saying? That's because you pissed off Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Now going back to those Celtics, those pagans, they feared them spirits, man. Because why? They didn't have the true power. If you had the true power, you had no need to fear anything, man. All right. The scriptures say, where's that one where it says, "Fear not them, but fear me." For it's in Matthew. It says, "Fear me, fear not them. That fear me, for I can destroy the body and soul. But don't fear them. Don't fear men." You know. And also because men, they work on the behalf of the left-hand spirits. All right.
I have this. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 17, verse 1. For great are thy judgments and cannot be expressed. Therefore unnurtured souls have erred. For when unrighteous men thought to oppress the holy nation, they being shut up in their houses, the prisoners of darkness, and fettered with the bonds of a long night, lay there exiled from the eternal providence. For while they supposed to lie hid in their secret sins, they were scattered under a dark veil of forgetfulness.
Right, and that's in the time in Egypt. Whenever the house of Israel was coming out of Egypt. You find it in the book of Psalms where the Most High had sent an evil spirit into Egypt, man. So there was apparitions demons working in that time of the 10 plagues that were inflicted on Egypt. What?
But they were scattered under a dark veil of forgetfulness, being horribly astonished and troubled with strange apparitions. For neither might the corner that held them keep them from fear, but noises as of waters falling down sounded about them, and sad visions appeared unto them with heavy countenances. No power of the fire might give them light, neither could the bright flames of the stars endure to lighten that horrible night. Only there appeared unto them a fire kindled of itself, very dreadful. For being much terrified, they thought the things which they saw to be worse than the sight they saw not. As for the illusions of art magic, they were put down, and their vaunting and wisdom was removed with disgrace. For they that promised to drive away terrors and troubles from a sick soul were sick themselves of fear, worthy to be laughed at. For though no terrible thing did fear them, yet being scared with beasts that passed by and hissing of serpents, they died for fear, denying that they saw the air, which could of no sight be avoided. For wickedness condemned by her own witness is very timorous, and being oppressed with conscience, always forecasting grievous things.
Right.
It says, one more. It says, but for fear is nothing else but a betraying of the secures which reason offereth. But you know,
Read that one again.
for fear is nothing else but a betraying of the secures which reason offereth. And the expectation from within being less counted the ignorance more than the cause which bringeth the torment. But you know, the whole thing in that was just these spirits, man. Like, you want to count yourselves friends with them, or and one thing, like, this brother told me about a movie called Oculus. I haven't watched it yet. I was going to, but you read the description about the movie. Basically, a girl's trying to capture a demon, or a demon in the act of a crime that was committed, and she believes it got on her brother. But me and the brother start talking, and it's true. You can't deceive a demon. You can't deceive them, and you can't trick them. You can't outthink them, because they already know. They're able to read what's in your mind. They're able to read what
They know your weaknesses.
Yeah, and they know your weaknesses. But the whole point I'm getting at is that this holiday, Halloween, that y'all celebrate too, y'all don't even know, man, that the demons that you tried to ward off back in the time of the Druids, they already got on you. The ones that you thought you could confuse the spirits are already on you. And like the brother keeps saying, there's a wicked origin behind all these things. And what does not compute in your people's minds is that there's an evil behind it. There's a very great evil behind this holidays that y'all worship. And it's destroying you people, and it's causing even more contempt on you. It's causing more and more spirits to come to jump on you. But like we were reading in Deuteronomy, man, that you kindled a great tempest in the Most High's fury. All right, he hates. Like the brother brought in the very first scripture, he hates your feast days. He hates what you worship. He hates that you actually believe. And the scriptures say that these things are actually the right thing to worship.
Yeah, real quick, going back to what he was talking about on that movie Oculus. That movie Oculus, like he said, the brother said, the movie's about a woman trying to capture a live spirit on camera. So she was organized, she had everything planned out, the whole blueprint, everything was look good. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was no way that she was not gonna catch no evidence. She was gonna catch evidence. But a demon is not going to allow itself to be caught. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got all these bogus shows on television talking about going into hauntings, this and that and the third. That's a bunch of bullshit, man, because if it's a real haunting, it's not going to be put on public. It's not going to go to public. All right? Them demons are not going to allow that. They're not going to allow themselves to be caught. All right? But in that movie, that's exactly what happened. What happened was that they were the ones that committed the crimes. Her and her brother committed the crime, but the demon manipulated the whole situation, manipulated their minds to believe that they were in a certain situation, but when they weren't. All right. So, but the demon was able to control their minds and time, to use and manipulate them, and thinking that. But also, basically, the viewer, us, the ones that were gonna watch the video after she shot the whole video, we're gonna be the ones to be like, dang, you know, it is a haunting. But really, what we're gonna see is that was two human beings killing each other. A man and a woman that were just bugged out, fucking crazy. They were crazy. But that's what these demons, man. They're not gonna allow themselves to be caught. They lay under the radar, and they're very clever. They're very the word I can't find it. They deceive. They can deceive you easily, man. So, going back, like I keep saying about this holiday, y'all already got trapped up in it. That whole deception. Y'all think it's actually a day that's not bad. It's already got into you. It's already got you to where you're just like, oh, just another day. It's just Halloween, man. It's for the kids. It's about candy. But you don't, like I said, look at the origins behind it. Trick or treat. People would go around doors, the poor and the sick, because they couldn't afford certain things. They would go around saying trick or treat. Because when they would not, basically, if you didn't treat them, then there was gonna be a trick was gonna be played out on you. Some demons would come and haunt you. The spirits on that particular day. That's why everybody hands out candies, but you don't know that y'all are doing exactly what they did in past times. They did exactly why? Because they don't want no bad thing to come towards them. Now, if kids today, check it out. If a kid were to go knock on your door, you open the door and the kid says trick or treat, okay, knowing that, say in your mind it's innocent, right? And you're like, nah, you know what, fuck, nah, I don't got no candy. But you do or whatever, you just being an asshole, you shut the door. In your mind, you might be like, oh, what fuck, I should have gave that kid candy, you just feel bad, right? And then whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, you start feeling bad because that's part of humans. Because the demons know how we're very gullible and vulnerable and sensitive and shit like that. And then you want to hand out that candy because you don't want something bad to come back to you for not being giving or participating in Halloween. Now you're doing exactly what they did in the old times. But they just knew it. They just knew it for what it was. Y'all just do it because y'all think it's just a good holiday to celebrate. That's fun.
I got this account with Paul, but also it tells what happens after too. Acts 19 and 11. It says, and the Most High wrought special miracles by the hands of Paul, so that from his body were brought unto the sick handkerchiefs or aprons, and the diseases departed from them, and the evil spirits went out of them. That certain of the vagabond Jews, exorcists, took upon them to call over them which had evil spirits the name of the Lord Yahweh, saying, we adjure you by Jesus whom Paul preacheth. And there were 7 sons of one Sceva, a Jew, and chief of the priests, which did so. And the evil spirit answered and said, Yahweh I know, and Paul I know, but who are ye? And the man in whom the evil spirit was, and the man in whom the evil spirit was, leaped on them, and overcame them, and prevailed against them.
So that spirit, those demons that were in that man, worked through that man to beat down them people, man.
It said it prevailed against them so that they fled out of that house naked and wounded.
Right, but people today will be like, oh, he's mentally ill. He's crazy. There's something wrong with him. You know what I'm saying? He's crazy. But y'all cancel out the fact that there's a demon or a spirit on him because y'all lack that knowledge. Y'all can't comprehend. Y'all, like the Lord said, y'all only know earthly things. And at that, even by chance, you get things right on earth. But you forget the spiritual realm. That's why the Most High says you got to be spiritual, not carnal, to be able to comprehend those things, to see through those things. Because yeah, when somebody goes off, there's a reason why he goes off. There's a reason. There's something in his mind. It all begins in the mind, in the spirit, and into the mind. But even the mind is spiritual. Yeah, there's a break.